Hey, what is up everybody? Andrew Rooney here, and I just thought I would touch base with this video and let you all know that I'm back in New Zealand after traveling with the family to Chile and Argentina. Now obviously some people may not care, and that's fair enough, but I just like to keep my audience informed of what's going on and why certain things have been happening the way they've been happening, the way I've been releasing content, which by the way was all released before I went away for those 3 weeks. There were a couple of videos that my son Connor and I recorded while we were away. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those. They're just light-hearted bit of fun, and sharing with him how to edit videos and create videos. It was good times. But basically I'm back and I can start creating content for you guys and start accepting requests again if anybody feels so inclined. And I thought the other thing is I made a couple of notes, a couple of observations of the trip, I guess like a debrief, recap of a few thoughts and feelings that I had from the trip. And I don't normally do this. I wrote them down. And speaking of things that I don't normally do, I don't normally like to go negative with things or highlight the negative things. So I'm going to get the negative things out of the way first of all. And number one on my list of observations is long-haul flights are the devil.
Are you telling us absolutely everything?
Not exactly. We're also out of coffee.
How anybody sleeps on a plane is beyond me. From memory, I think it was 11 hours to Chile and then close to 13, I think, on the way back with the headwind. And yeah, there's not a lot of sleep happening in that time. You've got babies crying. You've got people snoring. You have got people sneezing, coughing.
Your crew is in complete control of the situation.
And bumping into you every 2 seconds as they get up. And if for some strange reason you do manage to fall asleep, the drinks trolley will go crashing into your shoulder within a couple of minutes and you'll be back awake again. The airplane toilets are designed to frighten the living out of you. And the food.
Every passenger on this plane will have fish for dinner. Will become violently ill in the next half hour.
What's happened to the food on airplanes? I mean, it was never gourmet, amazing 5-star level, but by God, it's really gone downhill. Had 6 flights in all. New Zealand to Chile, Chile to Buenos Aires, Buenos Aires to Rosario, Rosario to Buenos Aires, Buenos Aires back to Chile, Chile back to New Zealand. Food was appalling. Service on the plane has really dropped. I know airlines took a real haircut when it came to COVID and they really struggled, and many got bailed out by the governments and whatnot. And boy, you're seeing it now. The prices are up and the service is way down. Okay, 2. So I'm just going to keep it negative for number 2. Then we're going to get into the good stuff because, you know, overall, traveling's great and you got to love travelling. But airports.
Captain, how soon can you land?
I can't tell.
You can tell me, I'm a doctor.
No, I mean, I'm just not sure.
Or can't you take a guess?
Well, not for another 2 hours.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours?
Just horrendous places. Again, service, I guess they're not there to serve you in many cases, the airport security and staff and customs, but yeah, they couldn't give off a worse impression to a newcomer to their country if they tried, I don't think. It's pretty much after this 13-hour flight where nobody has slept, join this queue, get your baggage, then join this queue to go through customs, then join the next queue to go through X-ray and get your bags all checked, that you're not carrying anything illegal, and every step of the way you'll be scowled at and told off for not having the right documentation, despite every airport being completely different. And final thing on the airports, the self-service.
That's what she said.
So self-service equals the same amount of staff seemingly, except they're not doing anything now. So you'll get hordes of them, teams of airport staff members of whichever airline, literally just standing around, checking their phones, having a lovely chat, not really interested in doing anything. Anyway, let's move on to some of the better stuff. Number 3, I wrote down, I love traveling, and it always changes you and re-energizes you. And it really does. Even though I was only away for 3 weeks, it was just, it feels like a long time. You experience a lot of things, a lot of different things, and then you come back home and everything's the same. And so I think it's really valuable just for that reinvigoration, something different, change of scenery. Love that. Number 4, it was great to go back to Chile and see the family there. My wife is from Chile. So it was great for Connor to go back, and there's a lot of Spanish speaking. It was good to get him speaking and listening to Spanish again. So that's always a huge benefit. So that whole family side of it, no brainer, amazing. Wouldn't change that for anything, even with the plane airport shambles that you always happen to get these days with flights. Number 5, I wrote down, I missed making videos. That one, I don't know if I'd say it was surprising, but I really felt it. I really felt like, I really want to make content. I love making this content and bringing you guys videos and looking at your requests and checking them out. I really missed that, and I couldn't do it while I was away, so I'm glad to be back into it now. I wrote down number 6, I love taking a break, but I also love my work. I love my job, which is teaching one-on-one private drum lessons. And I guess being a content creator, I never really thought of myself as a content creator, but I guess I am. Gonna have to face that fact. Really missed my work. I can turn things off and enjoy a holiday, and I'm not one of these workaholics, but I did have a feeling that I would like to. I do want to get back to work, and as much as I love a holiday, I do enjoy my job. So that was an interesting observation for me. Number 7, I missed my cat. Miss Moneypenny, British short hair. We had to put her in a cattery for 3 weeks. She was not impressed and still not really talking to me yet. Number 8, I put down 3 weeks of no playing drums. That is a big chunk of time for me. I'm used to playing the drums every single day. I normally take 1 day off a week just to give my body a rest. But to take 3 weeks off, bit more than that really, when you consider leaving on the day we left and then getting back and jet lag and whatnot. It's a long time, and again, like wanting to get back to work, a real strong feeling that I really want to play. And if anything, it's just great to take a break with your drumming, with whatever you do, whether it's a passion or a job. It's great to take a break so you can get that real want and that real energy and passion to get back into what you do. So that was great. Number 9, I missed my students and I missed my teaching. Now, this always happens for me over Christmas. We tend to have a long Christmas summer holiday break here in New Zealand. So for your Americans, North Americans, summer our Christmas is over the summer period, and it just happens to work with the long school break, and I tend to take a break at that time as well, and it works out being close to 2 months that the students have off school and that I take off teaching. And I always have this similar thing where I really want to get back into things, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with the students and the parents of students, and just reconnecting, having a chat. Some really good friends and relationships built up there that I always enjoy getting back to. Number 10, I put, I'm dying to get back to playing. I guess I already covered that when I said taking a break. Yeah, I kind of already covered that, right? But yeah, definitely looking forward to playing the drums. A little bit nervous, weirdly enough. I'd been working up a lot of practice pad stuff and almost feel like I'm going to be starting again, but refreshed and completely relaxed. So looking forward to playing again. Oh, number 11. Now, I made a post on the community section of the channel while I was away, and I asked whether people liked set A, this set, or set B, which is at my teaching spot, my private teaching spot. And I just said, well, what do you guys like the best? Because in the past, I've made videos here. It's easier to make them here. But depending on what's going on in the house, possibly someone's homesick, it's difficult to use the house. This is a small house. It's difficult to use this spot without interruptions, without someone walking through and trying to go to the kitchen or popping in the fridge or whatever. So in those cases, I would use the other one for reactions. But I just thought, you know, what do you guys want? What do you think works better? And this was a real surprise. Overwhelmingly, people preferred this set. Now that shocked me. I thought the other set sounded better, looked better, but that was not what came through in the comments. Now, I guess part of this could be familiarity with this area here, and it's a bit more of a kitchen table vibe, and I'm having a cup of coffee with you guys, which Suzanne Lash, if you're watching this video, you've pointed out in the past. A bit more of that casual vibe. But no, people said not particularly enamored with the other one in terms of reactions and that kind of thing. They really prefer this. And it just goes to show me as a drummer, as a teacher, my taste, what I automatically think is going to be better or work better or think of what people are going to prefer, not always the case. So that was really, really interesting, and I was pretty much jaw open, shocked at the results of that fairly innocent question that I was expecting the opposite answer to. So thank you for the honesty. I really appreciate it, and it just confirmed that I'm going to keep making videos in here. Who remembers the old set? You can hit me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Tinder, Grindr. Just joking, I don't have LinkedIn. And of course, if you want to, as the kids say, make it rain, you can go ahead and contribute to my Patreon. That was silly. Go and put those back in there. Okay, without further ado. Anyway. And the other thing is something that I mentioned at the top of this video, that I am back, which means I can take your requests. So I will be looking forward to those. Hope you guys dug this video. It's good to be back. It's nothing like sleeping in your own bed, I tell you.
That's what she said.
Hit me in the comments with your vitriol and hatred, also on airports and long-haul flights. Catch you guys on the next video. Take care. Keep chopping wood, drums and coffee. Peace.